Linear simultaneous equations. Looking at an example, 7x plus 2y equals 36 and 3x plus 2y equals 16. Now let's consider this if this was something in words. If you buy 7 cups of coffee and 2 cups of tea and it costs £36, then you buy 3 cups of coffee and 2 cups of tea, the cost is £16. Thinking about it in a real life example, the difference in price must be due to the difference in coffees only, because we've got the same number of cups of tea in both. Now the price of a coffee and the price of a tea is the same in both equations. So that's to say the value of x and the value of y is the same in both of our equations. Now how do we know that? Because these are linear equations, we can think of this graphically. Linear equations are those that when you plot them on a straight line, or when you plot them on a graph on an xy axis, you get a straight line graph. So for example, one straight line is one equation, the other straight line is the other. When you're solving linear simultaneous equations, what you're actually doing is finding the coordinate in which they intersect, because that will tell you your value of x and your value of y. In this case, the difference in the price is £20. The cups of tea are the same, and the difference in the cups of coffee are 4 cups of coffee. So 4 cups of coffee must be equal to £20. Therefore 1 cup of coffee must be equal to £5. 20 divided by 4. So let's show how we do this algebraically. So the first key step in linear simultaneous equations is that you want to make either your value of x or y in both equations to be the same. Lucky for us, the value of y is the same, 2y and 2y. So positive 2y take away 2y gives us nothing, it cancels out. So this is why we now subtract the rest of the equation. 7x minus 3x is 4x, 36 minus 16 is 20. Divide both sides by 4, that's x equals 5. To find your y coordinate, you now go for step 2. And that is substituting. So you substitute in our value for x in either one of the equations. So that's 7 multiplied by 5 plus 2y equals 36. 7 multiplied by 5 is 35, plus 2y equals 36. Our aim is to find the value of y. We take 35 from both sides, leaving us with 2y equals 1, and divide by 2 to get y equals 1/2. Now let's look at an example of equation where the value of x and the value of y are both different in our equations. 4x plus 2y equals 9 and x minus 4y equals 9. So what we want to do here is multiply up so that we can then cancel out one of our values of either x or y. So what we can do here is multiply our second equation by 4. In doing that, our first equation remains the same, 4x plus 2y equals 9. Our second equation becomes 4x minus 16y equals 36. So we've made our x's the same. Now we are subtracting because 4x take away 4x cancels out. Be careful with your signs here. 2y minus 16y. Now 2y minus 16y. A minus and a minus next to each other gives us a plus. So that's 18y equals 9 take away 36, giving us minus 27. We divide both sides by 18. That's y equals minus 1.5. Step 2 is the same. We substitute. So we can pick either of our equations and substitute in our known value for y. 4x plus 2 multiplied by minus 1.5 equals 9. 2 times minus 1.5 is minus 3. We add the 3 to both sides and we get 4x equals 12. Divide both sides by 4, x equals 3. So that's to say, graphically speaking, for our equations here, they intersect at the coordinate 3 minus 5. 3 minus 1.5, sorry. And let's have a look at one more linear simultaneous equation example. 5x plus 2y equals 11. 4x minus 3y equals 18. Now remember step 1, we want to make either of our value for x or y the same. Let's make our values of x the same. So we want to now find the lowest common multiple of 5 and 4. Best way to do that is multiply 5 and 4 together to get 20. So we're timesing the top equation by 4 and the bottom equation by 5. That now gives us 20x plus 8y equals 44. And 20x minus 15y equals 18 multiplied by 5, which is 90. Now our values of x are the same, we want to cancel that out. So 20x minus 20x is 0. 8 minus minus 15 gives us 23y. And 44 take away 90 is minus 46. Divide both sides by 23 to get y equals minus 2. Our step 2 is to substitute. So we can pick either of any of our equations. 5x plus 2 times minus 2 equals 11. 5x minus 4 equals 11. Add the 4 to both sides. 5x equals 15 and divide by 5 to find x to be 3.